guys, we're with Penny and we are working on the drop command still. And what we're doing now is elevating the value of the item that the dog has. So a lot of times dogs might not be possessive over one thing and very, very possessive over another thing. So what Penny's family reported was that when she had like high value chews, pig's ears, bully sticks, anything like that, that she would get defensive over people coming trying to take that stuff. So what we want to do is teach her how to drop high value objects and understand how to release things when asked. So what we do is we start by doing a little give and take. So I'm going to offer her this, drop, ask her to drop, she releases it to me. I'm going to reward her for that. Drop, good. So since we've taught her this with lower value items, it is transferring to higher value items. Drop, good. And she's learning how to release things to me in a non-confrontational way. I am also holding on to this right now because I want to make sure that I remain in possession of this item. I don't want her to take it and run off with it yet until she really understands how to release this. So if she were to have had ownership of it and maybe we didn't get to that point yet where she is easily releasing stuff, you could find yourself in a confrontation. So that's why we are teaching her these this skill set in different stages, right? Just progressively getting more difficult as she masters the step before. Drop, good. So that time I let her chew on the item longer. Again, the longer a dog has an item, the value can increase. So maybe initially when I've given this to her, it's not as difficult for her to release it, but now that she's had it for a little while, it might be more coveted and she might not want to give it up as easily. So we just start to increase the time that the dog spends chewing it and then ask for the release behavior again. Drop, good. And so as I feel confident in her ability to release stuff, I can move to her actually having an item and taking it. So now she has ownership of this item. And we'll let her spend some time with it, again, increasing that value to her. Good girl. And so what I want to do is when a dog has an item, I want to ask them to release it and I want them to be called away from that item. So this is a really non-confrontational way that you are able to regain ownership of the possession that they have. Penny, drop. And if she doesn't, I'm going to give her a reminder on the e-collar that she needs to release that item. Penny, drop. Good. Come. Sit down. Good. I am able to keep her there in a stationary situation or a stationary behavior and pick up the item that she has. So I'm able to get this from her in a non-confrontational way. And so that's what's the most important part about this type of practice is that we're not getting confrontational with our dogs when they have something. In turn, they won't feel the need to get defensive. So if this is an item that you're practicing with your dog that they're allowed to have back, call them over, again, release ownership to them and keep practicing this drill and they get better at it. So when you do have to go get possession of something that maybe they've stolen and something that they aren't supposed to have, or even these high value chews that they have that maybe get tricky to take away from them when you need to, if you keep practicing this, they will get very, very good at taking and releasing things to you in a polite manner. Penny, come. Go girl. There you go.